All right, we're going to do question 2 together. This time we're not required to graph this function. Okay, so we need to first find the inverse function and then state the domain and range of the inverse function. Okay, so first of all, what you need to know is roughly what this graph looks like. So if you still are in the format of drawing the graph, that's okay. You can just pop it to the side. Substitute 4 in. Okay, 4 into here. 4 minus 4, 0. 0 squared is 0 plus 5. So I'm just going to, my first point is 4, 5. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 squared is 1. So plus 5, which gives me 6. So when it's x, I get 6. It's going to roughly, now we know that it's going to be a bit of parabola like that. Okay, so the range, first need you to figure out the range of that function, because remember when we find the inverse we have to switch the range and the domain. So the range of this function is when x is equal to 4. Yeah, so and that was the solution of 5. So it's including 5 to infinity. Okay, that's 5, that's 4. It's really tricky to do this. I'm just using my finger. Write down the rule for f to the... Now, the first thing you need to do is switch the x's and the y's, okay, and then solve for y. So it's going to be x is equal to y minus 4 squared plus 5. All right, subtract 5 from both sides. Square root x subtract 5. And then add 4 to each side. And there you have it. So f inverse x minus 5 plus 4. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to write down the domain and range of this function. And what you guys can tell me about this function, okay, is that it's a square root function where it's been translated across 4 units. Yeah. So the domain here was this. And the range was that. Okay. So we are now switching, so the domain becomes 5 to infinity. Oh, that's terrible. Just rub that out. 5 to infinity. And the range becomes 4 to infinity. And you know that because this has been translated up. Okay, this has been translated across 4. Okay. And you need to start remembering the key features of all the different graphs. So the effects that H and K and A all have on our graphs and whether they're translated, reflected, etc. All right, awesome. Done. Any questions, ask me in class. Make sure you've watched this video because we're not going to go through them in class.